Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's Saturday morning here. My wife's in bed sick. I've got the kids, and I'm going to try to open a little mail and send something back. So this comes to me courtesy of my friend Tom. We're doing a trade. He's sent me a very HP Bayou, and I'm going to send him back some stuff. So there we go. I think he was also kind enough to cover the return shipping. So there's a return shipping slip in here. I need to find. I think that's that. All right, Mr. Tom. It's a nice little package. I gotta say, this guy packs very nicely. Everything inside feels super well protected. Maybe just a bit too well protected. Let's get this open. There we go. Oh yeah, really. They really fit that in there well. It's like, you know, those Christmases when you were a kid, did you ever do that? And you'd like super tape up a present just to watch somebody struggle opening it. makes me think of those times. Like, I think I did a couple. I'm guilty. This is like my return. This is my karma of all those times I duct taped someone's present together, or sealed it completely with clear tape around the edges every time I open mail. All right, so yeah, this is going to be a very HP Bayou. I'll probably show a little video of me trying to clean up the card, maybe just on the front, but have a look at the back of that. Like, that thing has been played everywhere. It feels completely different, eh? The back doesn't even feel like, in fact, this doesn't really even feel like a proper Magic card in a lot of ways, because I'm going to authenticate it now, because the feel does feel off to me, actually. But I know that Tom had posted this in an authentication group, and people had confirmed it as authentic, so I've got my microscope set up right here, and we're going to put it underneath to have a look at the dots. Yeah, it's let me turn my camera. That's now look, that as people might be concerned about this because it looks like it's not solid, but if you look anywhere on this card, due to the high amount of play, nothing is entirely solid, right? So we can't go just by that, and I wouldn't. Looking at the card, green dot, you can see there's the flat side here, there's a flat side here, and you can count like the 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps that were supposed to be there. There's the correct number of yellow dots between the apex of that bright point, and here it's 2. You count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right at the tip. So that's also correct. We could turn it over and look at some of the printing also on it. See, it's got a beautiful rosette pattern. I mean, beautiful and destroyed, but it's there. It's just heavily scratched. This thing has seen pavement play for sure. See if I can find the wording here of land. And that's the way it should be. That's what a correctly printed card should look like, made up of opaque dots in a print pattern. It's more visible on the back. Again, here, there's no bleed through of, there is bleed through of the other color as it's been worn away, but not the way you would see it on a fake card, where the words really just don't look correct. I can actually show you just for fun. I only have one. I've only ever been sent one fake card, so I'll have to go with this one. It's this Ragavan over here. But if you look at, say, the way his wording looks, even though it's worn heavily, see that? See the way around the wording? This is a very good fake, by the way. This wording has very, very decent black lines to it, but it's brand new and fresh, and just the edges of those type of things are not very crisp, and they should be there. Let's go to the green dot on this one, which is easier to tell with. So you see, even though this card is in mint condition, it doesn't have those indicators correctly. It's not flat here. It's very bumpy. See the edge here, how it looks like it's frizzy almost. It's kind of frizzy. It has no reason to be frizzy. And I'll bring another, here I have another card that's seen someplace in Ice Age land. And it won't look so frizzy even. And just the number of dots in here, the sizing of the dots is not correct on this. Also, it doesn't feel right. It's way too shiny. So here's another. I could have actually brought a revised card. It would have made more sense, but I just didn't happen to have one on the desk. There. See how it doesn't look frizzy? It's actually quite solid, and it has the flat, and the 4 bumps. Compare it to, again, the fake card. So look how many of these little dots are in there. These little yellow ones. And just look how many are in here. There's just way more, and their concentration is very differently spaced. And over here, it looks like it has a rosette pattern, sort of. You can see that the black dots are kind of all over the place, right? The black dots that make it up. They're here, they're there, they're kind of curled. There's one here, there's one there. You look on the back of a real card, anywhere, and the black dots follow these perfect lines. And even we'll go back to Tom's Bayou that he sent me. It feels really strange, like I say, because it's been almost sanded. But let's look at his black dots. Again, same thing, right? Look, the black dots follow these nice lines. So the more high played the cards are, the harder they can be to identify as such. Because a lot of the telltale markers are like damaged or worn away. You don't get to see them the same way. Another place you can also look is like the artist name. So see illustration, maybe sorry if it's upside down. But look how crisp, see how crisp the black line, even though it's had so much wear, there's no bleeding through on this black line edge. Like, it's really, really crisp and clean. And let's compare that to the Ragavan now for a second, where you got the black edge, even though it's a complete, look, see how the black edge, it's not that crisp. It's not really crisp, and it's not made up of dots the same way. So that's another way you can tell that it's not a legit card. Even though, again, this is a very, very decent proxy. They have, like, the black lettering lays on top quite well. It doesn't look like it looks very crisp. But yeah, there's enough indicators, because fake cards, even the fake cards are made by the same process, whether they're old or new fake cards. But, you know, Magic cards are also made by the same process, whether they're old or new. So the difference is whether you're looking at an old card from an old set or a new card from a new set, what you're looking for in terms of it being fake or not are the same indicators. Anyway, there you go. So this Bayou here, it's, yeah, basically almost damaged. I mean, the thing that's nice about it is, like, actually the corners are intact. So I wouldn't consider it damaged. It's just super, super heavy play. And it's also, what's nice about it is it's pretty much flat. So I think that's something cool that it has going for it. It saw so much play, but it did not really get abused. It just got played on some very, very rough surfaces in its career of getting green and black mana out. I wonder what decks this was in. Hey, when I hold a card that's seen so much play, I love these type of cards, and I'll definitely, if I can, I'll put this in the deck of mine. Like, you wonder who played with this so much. Like, what was their deck? Who were they playing against? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like, that's part of what I like about collecting and playing the game is, you know, the cards are game pieces, and since unless you open them from a pack, they were someone else's collection or game pieces, and it's cool to get them, and it's cool to, I think, continue playing with them. Anyway, I have quite a bit of mail to send out today and pack up, so I'm gonna have to cut the video here. I have also some really interesting mail to open. But first and foremost, I need to ship out, which is my responsibility. Some people who bought some cards and traded with me. So thanks again very much for watching. And that's it for today.